show will begin in 20 minutes. Please be ready to go at 4 o'clock. Peggy, be sent as soon as you can.
George, have you seen my costume? My so-called costume?
What's wrong with it?
Well, it's hideous. I'm insulted, deeply offended.
Put it on. Let's have a look, Phil.
George, you're a wonderful man, a sweetheart, and I'd do anything for you, even take my shirt off on stage. But don't make me be more ridiculous than that.
Well, I'm waiting. And don't tell me again she didn't mean it. That's the second time in 2 days.
I still think it was an
That
accident.
was no accident. The apron is supposed to hit my chest, not my face, George. She threw it so hard she knocked my hat off.
Well, that part I don't like. But your reaction, marvelous.
What reaction?
The way you raised your fist.
That was my own reaction, not my character's.
We'll keep it. And I like that little dance you did. You know, like holding the lid on a volcano.
That wasn't acting, mate. I wanted to punch her in the mouth, knock her right on her 12-carat arse.
Patrick, the tension, it's terrific. You know, I wasn't even sure whether you were going to hit her or not. Believe me, the audience will feel that too.
Well, let me let you in on a little secret. You listening? If she throws that apron at my face one more time, I won't leave you or the audience in any doubt. Is that too subtle for you? And furthermore,
George Treasure, I hate to interrupt, but since I'm such a good sport, I volunteered to work on my tea break.
What is it, Susie?
The sofa cushion is mending. Would you mind if I did it now? I'm in a hurry.
An hour later, this has to be done before tonight. Sorry, where were we?
we were talking about that goddamn prima donna, Canada's own Jessica Logan. God, that kills me. And she's been in the States half her life. She comes up here to do one play for 6 weeks, and suddenly she's a national resource.
Hey, don't blame her. Blame the press. You know what they're like.
I've been here 20 years. I can't even get a bank loan.
You want a sandwich?
Even in that Aldi piece, that's all she can do is bitch.
Hey, you know, I made this myself. Cheddar cheese on pumpernickel.
Middle-aged bitches and sleazy tarts. That's her forte.
Look, I know you two aren't exactly hitting it off, but your work together, it's sensational. I'm very happy, and so is Rob.
Oh, well, he has a funny way of showing it. Our playwright. Most days he just slinks in here and broods. The silences are right out of Cantor.
Patrick, he's just shy. This is only his second play.
Today's the first time he's spoken to me all week. You know, on second thought, I prefer his silences. No, really, the kid has no tact. So keep him away from me as far as possible.
George, I'm dressed. You ready for this?
Yeah, just a minute, all right, Phil? Sorry, Patrick. I'm going to have to talk with you later.
I'm a damn fine actor, George. He had to consider himself lucky to have me. Instead, what does he do but take away at my confidence? Well, this is the last play of his I'm ever going to do. And you can tell him that for me.
He's really on the warpath, isn't he? I'm glad I kept my mouth shut. That's the first time he's attacked Robert. I'm surprised.
Well, it's the first preview tonight, girls. That might have something to do with it.
George, I'm still here. I haven't been all day.
Whenever you're ready, Phil.
Well,
What's wrong? It looks great.
are you kidding? Look how tight the pants are. The man's a priest, not a flamenco dancer. Why the priest wears tight pants? Not only is it sacrilegious, it's ludicrous.
They don't look that tight.
No, not if I'm dancing Swan Lake. George, this is a contemporary play. You want me in this costume? Fine. Give me a rapier and change my lines dynamic.
Okay, how is it otherwise?
Well, see for yourself. Not only are the pants tight, they're shiny. This man's so poor he has to iron his own pants.
Okay, is that it?
No, this clerical collar's too small. My neck is a 15 and a half. This collar is a 14. George, we have 4 previews. 4 previews starting tonight. By opening night, my eyes will bug out like people will think I have a thyroid.
Oh, all right. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, Phil.
I won't even mention the shoes.
What's wrong with the shoes?
The right one pinched.
Why just the right?
Well, my right foot's an inch longer than my left. No joke.
All right, I'll talk to Wardrobe about it. They must have forgotten. We don't want you mixing in your role.
And one last thing, George, bear with me on lines. Believe me, I'm not trying to be difficult. I hesitate to mention it, but it's this hairpiece. I asked you, what piece wears a toupee?
A priest with tight pants.
Out of the mouth of babes, George. Out of the mouth of babes.
Hey, Phil,
Thank you, sweetheart.
that was your idea. I was against the hairpiece from the start.
Okay, so I changed my mind. It looks tacky. Besides, Besides, who the hell needs a rug? I can act there.
He's making the girls in wardrobe rich. They've never had so much overtime.
Nick, did you get all that? Nick!
He may have gone for a coffee.
All right, would you tell Wardrobe to take away Bill's pants for the run-through?
There's nothing wrong with his pants.
I know that, but then they think they're being worked on, all right? He's gonna drive me crazy otherwise.
Susie, can I get your comps for tomorrow night? Like that, can I make no?
No problem. I'll leave 2 tickets at the box office in your name.
Great, thanks.
And next time you want a favor, Tom, drop by my apartment and talk about it in the shower.
She's kidding, George. I can never tell when she's kidding.
Her water bill's higher than her rent.
Let's skip hygiene, Tom. Sit down. Tell me how's Jess.
Oh, I think she's fabulous.
I mean, how is she doing? You know, it's Jess, it's hard to tell. Did she say anything at lunch?
She's not showing it, George, but she's real upset. Like, she kept dropping her knife and forks, things like that.
What else?
She wouldn't eat her sandwich. Luigi made it with mayonnaise and she made him take it back. Jess never complains like that, even when the toast is burned.
Is Patrick still calling her at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, he is. And I told her she should take her phone off.
And did she?
Yeah, she did. 2 nights running, he's called the guy next door. Said it was an emergency. Her phone's off the hook, and would he please run next door and tell her?
Jesus, he's impossible.
I know. Now the guy next door has his phone off the hook. So last night, guess what happened?
What?
3, 4 o'clock in the morning, she says a pizza truck pulled up in front of her house.
A pizza truck? Yeah.
She says if he gets any more smart ideas, like sending an ambulance, she'll do him one better and take it. Then he'll be up to free.
Won't we all?
All right, Tommy, you can finish these dressing. Tom.
Oh, me bad.
Peggy, have you finished your preset?
George, is that where you want the armchair? You better double check. Yes, Nick, we're all set.
Yeah, that's perfect. And would you tell the cast I need to speak with them on stage before the run-through? And tell Jess and Patrick to come out as soon as they're ready.
I'll hurry them up.
One more thing. Any sign of a bottle? Keep checking the dressing room, all right? And if you find one, let me know.
Actors who drink make me nervous. Actors who drink and make phone calls at 3 a.m. make me glad I'm front of house. I wouldn't want to be on stage with one. I like Patrick, though. I know he's a bastard, but he's very sensitive. Oh, God, not one of those types. She in the right business. Besides, I don't think Patrick even remembers herself. If he did, how can he look anyone in the eye? I bet she picks up stray puppies. There, I'm finished, George. Anything else I can do?
Yeah, Susie, I need you on book for the run-through. Robert's been bitching again. He's worried about his text.
I can believe that.
How's the house?
We're sold out, a waiting list of 35 last time I checked, and the word from New York is good. Bernie Feldman is definitely coming.
Now, his office confirmed it.
This morning, we'll be here for the opening, so cheer up, treasure. We just might be making headlines.
Nick? Nick, you in the booth?
I'm here.
Hey, I'd like to make a change in the sound level at the top of the show. What is it now? It's too loud, whatever it is.
It's at 4.
Well, bring it down to 3.5. Have you got that?
Yeah, I got it.
And I like the music in faster, all right? As soon as the house goes to half, you bring it in and up, all right? Don't wait.
I wish you'd make up your mind. This morning you told me to go to black before I bring in the music.
Nick, that's what run-throughs are for, so I can change my mind. I may even change it again before we open. Now, did you get that? Nick?
What? The new cue or the sarcasm?
Robert, I let you laugh.
What? Did you want me to?
Of course not. Hey, did you say anything to Patrick today, anything that might have upset him?
I said hello, that's all. Why? Did he say I upset him?
He's got it in his mind that you don't like what he's doing, so I figured you might know why.
Jesus. Well, this is the best I think he's ever done. I couldn't be more pleased.
Well, don't
I
be-
love to come here and watch him work.
Hey, don't tell me you tell him.
I couldn't.
Why not?
I couldn't say things like that to his face. I'd be too embarrassed. Besides, it's Jess I'm worried about. She was terrible today.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, she's acting emotions instead of objective.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
It's only been the last couple of days. I'll see what happens in run-through. Meanwhile, stay out of Patrick's way. Don't even look at him.
Yeah, and then for sure he'll think that I don't like him.
Well, now you know what I go through. If I spend too much time with Jess, he says I'm neglecting him. So if I show him some special attention, he gets insecure and he says, Why don't you work with her? She's the one who needs it.
Beef Perm, you're the director. Either he gets
Oh,
his act
why?
together.
If I lay down the law, you might quit. It's 4 days to the thing, Robert. You want that? He knows damn well we can't replace him. He thinks he can pull any stunt now and get away with it.
That's even more of a reason to be firm, isn't it? What if Jess decides she can't put up with it anymore? What then? How do you know?
Robert, she chose this place. She's the one who wanted to do it in Toronto and get a New York producer up.
So?
She's not about to let Patrick botch her chance to take this show to Broadway.
Yeah, but how much can she put up with?
A lot, believe me. He may be difficult, but he's worth it. The best scenes in the play are the ones they have together.
Yeah, they also happen to be the best written.
I'm not saying they're not. All I'm saying is that he gives her a lot to work with. And that's good for the play, Robert. And what's good for the play is good for Jess, for me, and for you, Robert. You.
George, I want your unbiased opinion. Does this wig look funny?
It doesn't look funny. It looks stunning.
I never said the wig looked funny. I said you looked funny in the wig. Oh, hello, Robert. Still waiting to see if I improve?
You'll have a hell of a long wait if your talent is as limp as your wit. What can we do for you, darling? You said you wanted to see us.
Yeah,
Up about 45 minutes, please.
I'd like to go over a moment in the first act. The second act, there seems to be a slight problem.
What one was that?
The bit with the apron.
Oh, that moment.
I thought that one would work quite well for you.
Well, I think maybe that's the problem.
I don't want anyone getting hurt. So let's take a look at it. Are you hitting your mark?
I always hit my mark.
Oh, notice how she looks my way when she says that. Try to be a little more subtle, love. In the trade, we call that indicating.
Yes, I know. I saw your Shylock.
How about you, Patrick? It seems to me you're a little upstage of the table.
Well, I hate to contradict the director, but I'm standing exactly where I always stand.
Okay, take your positions. I'll judge this for myself.
Here it is. I haven't budged since we blocked it.
Jess, are you in position?
I am.
Do you need me, George? Peggy said you're doing aprons for
Not now, Tom. Thanks anyway. Patrick, why don't you move a step or two closer, all right? That way Jess will be more certain of her aim.
Oh, well, if it's a question of aim, I prefer to stand in the wings if you don't mind.
Aren't you being paranoid? It was an accident.
Listen, that was no accident. Once is an accident. Twice is assault with intent to wound. Is that the best you could dream up, an apron in the face?
No, but then it isn't 4 in the morning, is it? By the way, next time you order pizza, make it small without anchovies.
What are you talking about?
And call the same place. I adore that curly hair delivery boy.
I have no idea what she's talking about. She's crazy.
Jessica, the moment's not that important. Just toss it at his feet. That'll make the same point.
Fine, but I won't pick it up.
Fine, I'm not asking you to. Tom's in the scene. I'll have him do it.
Wait a minute, George. Don't you think that weakens the moment? It's much more effective if she hits it.
Listen, boyo, one moment's not going to make or break your precious place, so don't get defensive. I don't care what your script says. I'm not getting an apron slapped in my face. Is that understood?
And Mrs. B. That's what I like, a man who knows what he doesn't want. Give me a cigarette, darling. Don't worry, no more aprons in the face. I got it out of my system. God, it felt good. I could have done that all day.
I don't blame you.
What was he like in your first play, Robert? Was he much trouble?
No, but Murphy's Diamond, he did have top billing. Besides, he always seemed to get along much better with you. Well, you know, with...
With what? Young actors?
Yeah, well, I think what Robert means is actors like Tom. You know, kids he doesn't feel threatened by. Isn't that what you meant? Patrick better watch out, though. He's getting a reputation for being temperamental.
Don't kid yourself. Any actor as good as Flanagan always works. But I want to talk about me right now, not him. How am I doing, George? I can't tell anymore. I don't feel I'm doing justice to the woman.
Jess, it's coming along beautifully. Isn't it, Robert? My God, the improvement in the second act is phenomenal. Now, it's not quite there, granted, but you have no need to worry.
I've been away 2 years, George. I'm rusty. I can't seem to relax and enjoy it.
Robert, tell her she's wonderful, isn't she?
It's a much tougher role than Flanagan's. He has the far more colorful
I think what Robert means is that you're very close to this character, and that's very difficult to play, Jess. Whereas Patrick's role, it's a character's role. Isn't that what you meant?
George, the last 2 directors I worked with didn't have the guts to level with me, and one was my ex. I would have been much better if they'd been more honest.
Being as honest as I know
I
how.
want the show to work. I'm
sell out their countries to have worked with Olivia.
Is that what you think I've done? Sold out?
No, it's just, Jess, we've all been under a strain the past few days, all right? As soon as we get in front of an audience, Patrick will start to behave himself.
Patrick? Well, if you think Patrick's affecting my performance, you better do something about it. Damn quick.
Here we are, friends. It's a brief abstract from chroniclers of our time.
Hey, what's that from?
Hamlet?
Did you do Hamlet?
Are you kidding? I've done all the classes.
Who'd you play? Osric?
Oh, the grave digger.
You don't believe him. He did the player queen and he was damn good, too. He only did the grave digger one night. Where's Patrick?
I'm in.
George, we have 2.5 hours to have this run. If you want the actors to have a proper dinner break, we have to start right away.
Hey, this will only take 2 minutes.
We don't have 2 minutes.
Then we'll make 2 minutes, won't we? All right, I just would like to say a few words, Cass. I think you'll all agree we made enormous progress today with Act 2. Some exciting things are beginning to happen out there, and I know you all felt that. You did all feel that, didn't you? I thought the last scene was stupendous. It still needs toning down, but things are really beginning to cook out there.
George, I still don't have my new shoes. Have you spoken to the wardrobe yet?
No. Go ahead. Peggy, make a note of that, will you? Phil needs new shoes tonight. Okay, where was I anyway? Robert getting, okay, listen, the show's running at least 10 minutes too long. And we can shave 5 minutes off tonight by just picking up the cues. But don't rush it. Take your beats. Take your pauses. But come in sharp on the cues. And that's especially true in the beginning of this play. A lot depends on how fast we get started. Now we've got 4 previews. Start working with the audience, all right? And by opening night, we'll have the right pace.
Speaking of openings, what's the word from Mecca? Is Feldman coming?
He'll be here.
Beautiful.
Just had word today.
Hollywood, here I come.
God, we're all a bunch of hicks. The Yankee producer notices and we sit back and wag our tails. But we know he's not going to pick all of us. We know who'll get the nod, and it won't be the man.
Nonsense. If Bernie likes his production, he'll move it in tap.
Why wouldn't he like it? It's a super show.
It's an incredible show. You have to be a Philistine.
With any luck, he'll give my role to George C. Scott.
Forgive me, Cass. Can't we do that on a dinner break?
Not that I have anything against George C. Scott, mind you, it's just I prefer to stay up here in Canada. Where else can you be a top-notch actor and still die broke and anonymous?
I can't even get arrested in this
Okay, Cass, that does it for me. Any questions?
Just one. Does he have 1 foot longer than the other one?
country. I don't find that amusing.
Oh, I bet your mother doesn't either, sweetheart. Must cost her a fortune to keep you in footwear.
God, it's ridiculous. My mother hasn't bought my shoes in years.
Talk about 1 in 5 minutes, please.
Interesting, isn't he?
Who?
Flanagan. I've never seen an actor so afraid.
Not afraid Feldman won't want you?
No, afraid he will. Come along, Tom. We've got work to do.
Just, you know the opening scene in Act 2? Is he so funny the way I laugh? I find it real hard to laugh on stage. Way harder than crying.
Bill, places have been called.
Just a second. I want to word with George.
What's the problem?
I didn't want to say it in front of the others, especially not Flanagan.
What is it?
I'm always afraid to ask.
Don't be silly. What?
Will we have a conflict with this show?
No! From tonight on, Phil, you're on your own out there. If you get in trouble, just gonna have to rely on the others.
Oh, tell me this is so, George. Tell me this is your gallows humor. I can take a joke.
No, we don't have the staff. Besides, the theater's too small. A prompter could be heard in the last row.
I'll tell you something else that could be
Heard in the last row.
an actor with his mouth open and no words coming out. Is that what you want? With Bernie Feldman squirming in his seats? I asked you.
I can promise.
Oh,
No,
bless you,
Robert, listen, I wouldn't let you within 10 feet of the stage on opening night. Remember Murphy's Diamond?
Well, anyone can faint.
Before the curtain goes up.
Well, what do you expect? It was my first play.
That's right, they weren't expecting anything. Now they'll be waiting to see the whites of your eyes.
Did you have to say that?
Look, Robert, I just don't want you crashing onto the set in a dead swoon, so forget it, all right? Look, Phil, you'll be great. Now, I realize you got a problem with an odd line, but by opening night, what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, nothing.
What is it?
I don't want to burden you, George.
Come Well, don't be silly. Why? Maybe I can help you, Bill.
I think it's my ulcer.
Oh, I didn't know you had an ulcer, Bill.
Neither did I. Oh, the pain, please don't.
Should I get him a doctor?
No, a prompter.
You don't need a prompter. That's all in your head. You just got off book this morning, Bill. The other actors have been off for 2 weeks.
Sure, rub it in.
Good. I'm just saying that's why you're a little unsure of your lines still. Bill, we've got 4 previews. By opening night, you're going to be word perfect.
What if I drive?
Why should you?
I always drive.
That doesn't mean you will this time. Stop thinking that way.
George, I have long speeches in this play. Words giving out my ears. If I stumble, I could easily slash 10 pages off and nobody would know it. You want 10 minutes off the running time? I can give you 20 minutes off and still take all my beats and pauses.
Bill, you worry too much. You expect to dry, so you dry. Relax. Forget about the lines. Bill, I don't care if you get a word perfect, and neither does Robert. Isn't that so, Robert?
George, take part of yourself. Pay some kid to stand in the wings with a book. I'll buy the flashlight, but don't take away my safety net. Look at me, George. Knots in my stomach and it's just a preview. Think how I'll be opening night. Oh, my throat tightens. My heart, George, hammers so loud in my ears I sometimes miss my first cue.
Okay, calm down, all
It's
right?
so bad I must think about taking a good preview.
You're going to work yourself into a suit.
Oh, I know, but they'll look at me and think I'd have nerves of steel. Phil, they say, you look so relaxed on stage. Oh, George, if they only knew. If they only knew that inside I'm 20 different flavors of Jell-O with a pulp rate of 140.
George, if Phil has recovered sufficiently, I would like to get the show on the road. All actors should be in position. I would like the stage cleared.
Sorry, Phil. Okay, we're going to have to talk about this later. Don't underestimate yourself, all right? You're a pro.
You bet your life I'm a pro. You think a novice like Tom would stand here begging, pleading, and groveling? He hasn't had the experience. I know what it's like to be terrified. I'm a seasoned veteran. So bear that in mind when I implore you. Please don't make me feel the audience cold. George, would you ask a man who's afraid of heights to jump from an airplane without a parachute? God bless you, George, but there's a limit. There's a limit to what man can do for art, not only human. And don't give me that crap about not being able to afford it. If you can afford to buy new shoes, you can afford a prompter.
For the last time, can we please clear the stage? We'll be starting in 1 minute. That's 60 seconds.
Okay, I see I'm wasting my breath. Have it your own way, old buddy. But don't say I didn't warn you. I love this play, and if I watch it, I'll never forgive you. George, hear me out. I can't afford to screw up. Calvin's an American.
30 seconds.
Down there, they have great success. Up here, it's like stepping on a line.
20 seconds.
Don't you see? I may never get a break like this again. That's all I'm saying.
15.
Oh, you're all heart, Nick.
Sorry, Treasure, I was cleaning the lobby.
All right, Susie, now remember, stay on book. I don't mind anything they get wrong, no matter how small. And if Phil needs a line, get it.
Hey, George, why did you make me wait to see the whites of my eyes?
Yeah, I said that, will you? That was just an introduction.
Why do you get
Mrs. Mortelli.
The only actor I know who likes to cut his lines.
That's because I can act them.
Act all you want, Nate. Just don't act my cues. I'll be up here all night.
What do you think, Robert? Cut the line. He doesn't need it.
There, the author.
Okay, Patrick, take it from Jessica's Jimmy's home for the winter break. Jess, can you take it all the way back to let me take your coat? Thank you.
George, can I look away when she starts that crap about Jimmy? I did it this time and it felt better.
Well, we can't have these interruptions, Phil. We've got a preview tonight. Let's just get on with it, all right? Jess, whenever you're ready.
Here, let me take your coat. I appreciate it, Sarah, but I wouldn't call if it wasn't important.
I know that, that's why I'm here. What is it, Frank?
No, it's Jimmy.
Oh,
Sit down, let me know.
oh, nothing for me. I already have a snack at the rectory. What's happened, sis?
He's quit school.
Jimmy's quit school.
He says he's had all he can take of university and wants to stay here until he figures out what he wants to do. I hate to see him make a mistake, Eric. I don't want him to do something he'll regret later on.
Well, maybe college isn't what he needs right now.
Please, I want you to talk to him. You're the only one who can. He won't listen to me.
Well, what does Frank think about all that?
He doesn't know yet. All he knows is Jimmy's home for the winter break.
Lizzie, you should see that kid of yours. He can't even get his socks on. What? Don't they teach him to drink in college? Oh, hello, Father. What are you up to? Still dipping into the poor box?
Frank, you're awful. He's just pulling your leg.
Is he?
Did she tell you the kid took a swing at me last night?
No, Elizabeth never mentioned.
She thought he could drink me under the table.
Well, he's going through a difficult period right now, Jimmy.
Well, he'd better get over it fast or he'll get his ass kicked.
Frank, please.
I mean it, Lizzie.
What he needs is understanding, not brute force.
Is that so?
Honey,
Yeah.
let Eric handle it. He's the only one who knows how to talk to Jimmy, okay?
Ouch!
What's wrong?
I don't like that kiss. I never liked it. I can't do it.
Patrick, you know, we can't keep starting and stopping like this. We'll never get through the play.
How come he doesn't get help with it? How come he's not interrupting with it and starting and stopping?
What's wrong with the kiss?
I don't believe it.
Listen, you. I was doing leading ladies before you were failing to get through adolescence, so don't tell me how to act.
Oh, I forgot. She's worked with Mike Nichols. That's all courtesy.
Well, at least I've had the guts to work outside this
The
country.
truth is, your last two plays died in the first week. You haven't worked in theater for 2 years. Give me
Okay,
the pass,
take it
lady.
easy. Let's just solve the problem and get on with it. We all running behind, you know. What is it about the kiss you don't believe?
Well, first of all, the priest hates my guts. He resents the fact that we're living together, and here she is kissing me just after I've insulted him. And not only is it unbelievable, it's maudlin.
It's not maudlin, it's tender, it's perfectly in
Well,
character.
it's not in character for me to let you. I mean, Frank at this moment doesn't even want to be touched. It makes his skin crawl.
Well, we all make sacrifices, don't we? Personally, I'd rather kiss a monkey's ass. Now, can we get on to this?
Yes, we're wasting time. Maybe there's another way we can make the same point. What do you think, Robert?
I don't see the problem. I think it works.
Oh, how predictable.
It's worked all along, hasn't it? Why does it suddenly not work?
Why? Well, because I never questioned it before, that's why. I've done it according to stage directions. Your stage directions.
Oh, I see.
That's Phil's line, that's been cut.
Why are you so hostile? What did I do?
I criticized his masterpiece and suddenly I'm hostile.
That's not what I meant. You know it. If you got a beef with me, why don't you
Okay,
just
don't
go?
get your hot under the collar. Let's just cut the kiss and get on with it. Jess, you put your hand on his shoulder, and that'll make it safe.
No, goddammit.
Look, Robert, I'm just trying to get that.
What the hell is this? That's a very subtle and significant moment. She's letting Eric know that if it comes to a choice, she'll choose Frank over he and the sun. That's what the kiss means.
Listen, get him out of here. He's done his work, now let the actors do ours. We got enough on our minds without him on our backs.
He's not on your back.
He's here every goddamn day, isn't he? I would not with mine if he cringed in the corner somewhere. But no, he's pacing around like a condemned man. Even when I can't see him. I can feel him, George. He's constantly wringing his hands, sighing and wincing, jumping to his feet every time we drop a monosyllable or change a bit of business. What's more important, George, than we observe every arbitrary stage direction or nail down a character?
He has a point.
Yes.
George!
And on top of that, he has the nerve to tell me I'm incompetent.
I never once said that.
One hit play to his name, and he thinks he's hot stuff. A play that I helped create, by the way, and I got the reviews for to the other.
So what's the railroad? Get to the point.
I've done it all, too. From the Greeks to Beckett. I have even had the misfortune of being in two one-actors called Lay of the Land and Giving Head. And not even the author of those two edits have the audacity to walk in here like you did today and say to me, are you getting any better? She had a little more class than that.
So that's it.
And don't try to wiggle out of it.
That was a joke. I thought you knew me better than that. That's my sense of humor.
Sense of humor, well, that's right, you have a joke. Don't ever attempt comedy.
Well, I was being ironic. I thought you knew that.
See, try flattering next time because, see, irony belongs in the theater. Irony makes me feel insecure. Irony makes me think you don't like what I'm doing.
Nothing can be further from the truth. I think you're a superb actor. One of the best I've ever worked with.
He calls that flattery. One hit play to his name and the first out of cast for two, including myself.
George, when you have things under control, let me know. I'll be in the dressing room.
In the future, if you have a future, just don't come bouncing into rehearsal, slap an actor on the back, and get cute. Just tell him he's fantastic and bite your tongue.
Go to hell.
George, I realize how little respect you have for stage managers, but I feel I have the right to know what's going on. Are we having a run-through or just a rehearsal? And either way, can we please carry on?
Get off of my back, all right?
Fine, I only hope you realize that after 6:30, we'll be into overtime.
I could replace you with a recorded announcement.
The rate you pay, you just might have to.
Friends, I've been patient up to now. I've sat here and I've said the word. But now I'm annoyed. No incensed. Outraged that one member of this company can waste valuable time with his childish, petty behavior. And what's more, he doesn't get reprimanded.
Who might that be, man?
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
If the shoe fits, old buddy, if the shoe fits.
Well, at least we know he's not talking about himself.
All right? Let's just take the show from the top. When you're ready, Nick.
This is a recorded announcement. Places for the top and back one. Stand by to go in 3 minutes. Peggy, will you come out, put the coffee back in the pot, and reset the chairs?
That was quite a speech, old buddy. More than 20 words in a row, and you never dried once. Of course, that was off the cuff, wasn't it?
Did you hear that? He's trying to undermine my confidence. Well, he doesn't know it yet, but the joke's on him. I don't have any.
Robert, next time you stay out of it. I could have handled him myself.
Like hell I will. He's not pushing me around, and I'm not going to lose that moment.
Forget that moment, will you? Stop worrying about it. I'm going to have that moment back before we open. I promise. Take my word for it. Trust me.
George, don't say trust me. Anytime I hear trust me, I know I'm about to get screwed.
What are you saying? That you don't trust me? That hurts, Robert.
Listen, you know how long it took me to write the Care and Treatment of Roses? I thought I'd never finish.
Robert, you had a big hit with your first one. That made the second that much harder to write.
So what if it gets panned? What will I have to show for 3 years of my life? What?
It won't get panned.
How do you know?
It's a beautiful play, Robert.
Yeah, every play's a beautiful play. And then it gets knocked, and everybody has second thoughts, instant hindsight.
2 minutes to curtain.
I'm doing my best, all right? Listen, Robert, I want this to be bigger than Murphy's Diner. We've had 4 turkeys in a row. We need a hit or else.
George, they're waiting to see the whites of my eyes.
Forget
I know
I
it.
said that, will you?
No, it's true. They hate success in this country. They punish you for it. I mean, if I get slaughtered, I want it to be my own fault. They wouldn't know that an actor wouldn't do a moment. He's not the one to blame.
If I don't get the moment back, I'll call every critic in town and let him know.
1 minute to curtain. Clear the stage, please.
Listen, why don't you go to a movie?
I hate the movies.
Get drunk.
I'm not supposed to drink.
Go home, take a Valium, and sleep until the preview.
I already took 2 Libriums. That's why I'm not supposed to drink. George, what are you trying to say? That you don't want me
I
around?
just don't think it's wise. Do you, Robert? For the sake of the play. It's a play, Robert.
Okay. I'll go. It's only because you asked me, not because of that flanning.
All right.
One day I'll get that bastard in an alley.
Robert,
What?
maybe you ought to take another Librium. You know, it wouldn't hurt. Hey, or better yet, why don't you just stay home and work on your new play?
Ah, Jesus, what a busyness. When you're unknown, you fall on your face, they pity you for it. When you're successful and you take a beating, they say you deserve it.
Stop believing the critics, Robert.
Who's talking about the critics? I'm talking about my writer friends. They're far more vicious.
Forget what I said before, all right? Harvey on lines
upset for, Lizzie. All I ask you was how long is it going to stay?
He's home for the holidays, that's all I know. What do you want me to tell him to go to a hotel? He's my son.
I don't like the way he looking at me like I'm not good enough to sit on the furniture. Well, he better not stop back again, and he'll wish the hell he didn't.
I don't want trouble,
He
Fred.
put his nose back in joint, or I'll do it for him.
Did you hear the doorbell? That's Eric now.
Where the hell are my shoes?
Honestly, you're worse than Jimmy. Your shoes are upstairs. And would you please put on a shirt?
Lizzie, I'll give the kid 2 weeks. Either he's a gone, or I go. Make up in your mind.
Don't threaten me.
2 weeks, Lizzie.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi, Eric, come in. You look half frozen.
Not half as frozen as that doorbell.
Sorry.
I appreciate this, Eric. I wouldn't have called if it wasn't important.
I know that. What is it, Jimmy?
No, it's... Yes, it is Jimmy, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Sit down. I made a fresh cup of coffee. Have you eaten?
Oh, nothing for me. I've been eating all morning at the rectory. What's happened, sir?
He's quit school.
Jimmy's quit school?
He says he's had all he can take of university and wants to stay here until he figures out what he wants to do. I hate to see him make a mistake, Eric. I don't want him to do something he'll regret later on.
Well, maybe university is what he needs right now.
Please, I want you to talk to him. You're the only one who can. He won't listen to me.
I see.
I see. I see. Well, Lizzie, you should see that kid of yours. He can't even get his socks on. What? Don't they teach him to drink in college? Oh, hello, Father. I see you. You still are dipping in the poor box again?
Fred, you're awful. He's just pulling your leg.
I see.
Did she tell you the kid took a swing at me last night?
No, Elizabeth never mentioned.
He thought he could drink me under the table. Any sign of the others?
Not yet, Pat.
What about George?
He still hasn't come back from dinner. I told Susie wanted to see him.
God, you're lovely, Kay. A Yates poem made flesh. Did I try to get fresh last night?
Not at all.
You're on the blank, you know.
You were a perfect gentleman. Watch it, Peg.
I was very fond of a girl once who looked like you.
I know, you told me last night.
What actually I did?
You said I reminded you of your ex-wife. I thought that was very sweet.
What actually happened when we got back to my place?
What?
How do you put it like that?
It's just that I've never put a man's teeth in glass.
Is that you who did that? Good.
I had to. You were so drunk you might have choked in your
You know
sleep.
how hard I looked this morning? I tore the house apart. Don't you know never to put a man's teeth in the fridge?
Darling, you just made my day.
Listen, you two, don't let that get around. You know how malicious my gossip is in this town. Reputation, Peggy, is the most idle and false position. I've got without merit and lost without deserving.
It wasn't from the Scottish play, I hope.
Othello, and I'm not the least bit superstitious.
Must be late.
It's 7:45. Must be an easier way to make a living. You know, the day I left Ireland was the day after I got married. The old man called me a lazy, shiftless son of a bitch. Said I'd never do an honest day's work in my life. Imagine that.
How prophetic.
I know, and I wasn't even an actor yet.
How do you feel?
Why do you ask?
In case you hadn't noticed, you've only shaved one side of your face.
Did I? So I did.
Your good side, naturally.
Instinct. Jesus H. Christ.
What is it?
The lines around my eyes. Laugh lines. No, really. And speaking of laugh lines, I wished I had a few more in this friggin' play.
Tell me something, Flanagan. Will you go to New York if Bernie wants to?
Why wouldn't he want me?
Oh, I'm sure he will. The cast works so well together. Not a single weak link. Don't you agree? Why? Who do you think's the weak one? Phil?
I don't think we should judge success by New York.
Ha!
No, really, if I thought that, I'd be there, wouldn't I?
Flanagan, haven't you ever imagined yourself on Broadway? Believe me, it's the most exciting feeling in the world, bar none. You know what's the nicest part? You deserve it.
Yes, but how does it feel to get clobbered?
I wouldn't know.
You were in 2 flops.
Plays were, I wasn't.
Well, I feel I deserve it.
Let's have ourselves so tentative today. Maybe that's the real risk we take,
What's that?
facing our own sense of failure.
Listen, I make a damn good living here. I have my pick of roles. I might not be a star, but who is in this country? I mean, not everyone feels that compulsion to outshine.
You don't have to get defensive. You don't want to go, that's your problem.
Christ, you sound like my ex-wife. That's all she ever wanted was success with a capital S. The old bitch goddess. To quote William James, as if there's something wrong with not wanting to work your butt off for agents and accountants in the Internal Revenue.
Maybe she thought you were settling for too little.
See, I've seen the bitch goddess up close. I've had a sniff or two of her skirt. I know what she's like. She's insatiable, a parasite, a cancer. She gets on your back like the old man of the sea, and she won't get off.
The trick is to ride success, not let it ride.
But I'm the one who has to go out there and work. She never understood that. My wife, she... Just drop it, shall we? Oh, before I forget, I don't appreciate being upstaged. You did it again last night.
When?
You know when.
I haven't the foggiest.
The supper scene.
Oh, is that why you look so upset? I thought you had gas.
Before I forget, don't cross your legs on stage. Last night you kept working like a pair of scissors. Freud would have had a field day with that gesture.
I was simply working up a breeze. Did you find it stifling out there?
Well, the first 3 rows don't even know you're wearing black lace panties.
I bet you were the only one who noticed. Did you also notice the bruise on my left thigh?
No, I didn't. That was on your right thigh. God knows how you got that.
Peggy, have you finished your preset? I'm gonna open the house.
Yes, that was done ages ago.
How about Patrick? You got any
I
problems?
do, and I bloody well resent the implication. You know, to cover myself, I should have 2 of these. Then I can rub them together to get a light. Oh, by the way, Peggy, would you please put a little more tea in the whiskey bottle? There's only one thing worse than having to drink the vile stuff, and that's not having enough. Last night I had to squeeze the bottle.
I thought he was being cheap with his shots.
Oh, before I forget, Jessica, you saw the time you called for it. Some stage managers don't mind, but I'm very, very strict about that.
You can see I'm here. Sign it yourself.
I'd rather you did. I don't want to start getting into bad habits. What about the cue light? Phil was late last night at the second entrance.
There's nothing wrong with the cue light. He's been taking a verbal cue from Pat and he missed it.
He's been busy giving himself the last rites.
Well, tell him I'll cue him in. I don't want that to happen again.
I'll remind him.
Now, Jessica, please.
Did you hear that? Who does he think he's ordering around?
Well, what do you expect? Reverence? You know, I find him equally democratic. He treats us all with equal contempt.
Patrick, Jessica.
George! I'm glad to see you. Oh, don't you look handsome?
You look wonderful yourself here. These are for you. I hope you like the roses.
I adore them. Aren't they lovely? Thank you, darling.
Well, what's in the box? A vase?
God, I completely forgot.
That's okay, I'll find them.
I'll get one in props.
No, I insist. Besides, I have to sign the call board and Nick will report me to equity.
Roses, how cliche. For me, you're kidding.
You recognize it?
The catcher's mask from Murphy's Diamond. Gee, thanks. I'm touched. No, really. That play meant a lot to me. When it closed, there was more of a hole in my life than when I got divorced. Of course, I had more fun than the play. Did Susie give you my message?
Yeah, she said it was urgent, so what is it?
Oh, it's crucial. Did you talk to Phil about last night?
Yeah, I did. Believe me, he's upset enough already.
Well, he should be. God, he botched the entire first act.
It wasn't that serious. No one even noticed.
How could they help but notice? There we are, in our big scene at the breakfast table, and he's right in the middle of his long speech, And suddenly he gets this strange look in his eye. Excuse me, Frank, he says, and walks off stage.
He went backstage to get his line from Becky.
Oh, I know. And left me alone on stage. No dialogue, no business, nothing to do but sit there and eat my ham and eggs. He was gone so long, I had a second cup of coffee.
Not long.
George, you've never been an actor. Long doesn't begin to describe it. Now, I know what they mean by pregnant pause. He was gone so long, I was in labor.
Okay, it won't happen again. Next time he'll ad-lib.
Next time.
I mean, if there's a next time.
There better not be a next time, baby, because if he does that again, I'm walking up behind him, and I don't care if Feldman is in the audience.
Forget Feldman. I wish I never even heard of Feldman. He's probably so jaded, he won't like this show anyway.
That's what Jess thinks.
What do you mean?
Well, she's heard he's had second thoughts about the play, but that's between me and you.
That's ridiculous. He's crazy about this place. Why else would he be coming tonight?
You know, if you ask me, she's getting cold feet. Oh, she puts up a good front and all, but underneath it, she's terrified. I think she's into the sauce, too.
You think so?
I know so. It's those New York critics. She's convinced they're out to get her.
Well, the main thing to remember, Patrick, is that no actor is under any obligation to this show after it closes. Not Jess, anyone, not even you.
Oh, well, I couldn't go if I wanted to. Didn't I tell you I committed myself to another play?
No sign of Phil and Tommy yet. It's almost 8.
They're probably in front of the theater. I'll check up front. What do you mean you can't do the play? That's not what you told me 6 weeks ago.
I'm sorry, George. You misunderstood.
Well, you knew this production might move to New York. I made that clear.
I gave my word. The director's an old friend of mine. I can't let him down.
Who is it?
I'm not in a position to say at this moment.
What's the name of the play?
What difference does that make? The point is, I gave my word and I can't break it. That's final.
All right. I guess the main thing is that we do the play here and we do it right. After that, I don't care what happens.
George, I'm sorry.
It's all right, Patrick. I understand.
Oh, and please, speak to Master Rothfuss again, will you? He's probably forgotten.
Just relax, will you? Just go out there tonight and have fun.
Relax. Well, that's easy for him to say. His work's cut out for him. He can sit out there in the background shooting cuticles. I've got to go out there tonight with a kid fresh out of theater school and a 44-year-old freak with a mind like Rip Van Winkle.
Damn door's stuck again. Give us a pull, Flanagan.
Just a minute.
Flanagan!
Hold your horses.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your half-hour call. You are in the theater and outside the call board. Would you please do so now?
If he mentions that friggin' call board one more time, I'll ram it up his nose. Telegrams for Jessica and Patrick and for Tom and Phil.
Did you say for Tom and Phil or from Tom and Phil? Best of luck with roses. Break your legs. Love, Edna.
Shouldn't that be break a leg?
Now you knew my ex-wife. She's very precise.
This one's from Interkit. Not from Dad, signed Percy. Who's Percy? I'm in the foggiest. Where the hell's Interkit?
Never mind Interkit. Where the hell is Tom and Phil?
Susie, Nick's looking for you. It's open the house.
He's gotta be crazy. It's like a sauna in there.
That's between the two of you. Can I talk to you a moment?
I know. Keep my voice down.
Yeah, I don't want them to know I'm worried. Nick's out looking for the others. You know what Tom was doing today?
How should I know?
Well, hey, he was at your place last night.
George, give me a break. I know Phil was shooting a film this afternoon. Some industrial film.
Okay, where?
In the garment district, I think.
Would his girlfriend know?
Gloria? She might. His mother would know for sure. He has to call him once a day or she'd call him missing persons.
Okay, you got her number?
She's in the lobby.
Great. Ask her where Phil is and have Nick call, all right?
Right. What about
Gloria's picked up her ticket yet?
Yeah, she's in the audience.
I was afraid she wouldn't come.
Don't tell me you two are still fighting.
Yeah, can you blame us? Every time we discuss marriage, my mother goes to bed and refuses to eat.
Whoa! Whoa! Well, look at her. Red bikini. Very, very smart, love. A gift from mother or a pair of mothers?
I always wear red opening night. Makes me feel like a bullfighter. Gore or be gored.
Oh my God, he's got a black eye!
It's nothing.
Let me see. How did you do that?
I can't tell you, I'm too ashamed. But please, I'm okay, don't be alarmed.
Oh, it's fine.
Forget the icer isn't time. You're gonna have to hide that with makeup. Phil, how's your vision?
Oh, it's 2020, old buddy. I just can't feel my cheekbone. But compared to my hand, George, my hand...
Okay, what's wrong with your hand?
He's been hitting himself again. I told you to stop doing that.
That's just what I expect from him. Here, I'm in excruciating pain.
Let me see it. Let's look. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think it's broken. Look, the index finger. It's blue. A hairline fraction at least. Oh, God, that might be nice.
Okay, what happened?
Incredible, huh? Phil Masterakis, I have 4 violence. I'm squeamish. That dumb film. Take after take after take. And to lie to me, to deceive me about the time. A rage, George. I was in a rage when I left. I stormed out, and 2 blocks later it happened.
What happened?
The fight, the fist fight. How do you think I got the shine?
That's what I'm trying to find out, Phil. What happened?
These 2 muscle men, right? They're strolling toward me. They're tattooed on their biceps with a penknife. I go to pass, and one of them points to my beret and says, "Artiste!" I went, "Sir, George." I saw red. I went back and I took a swing at the guy, and the next thing I know, I'm sitting on the sidewalk with my beret in my lap, and some guy walks by and drops it at 4.
That was a crazy thing to do, Phil. You could have been killed.
Don't remind me. You know what's even crazier? For 20 years, I wanted to be called an artist in this country. The first guy that does that punches.
George, the house bill. I've been calling. Oh, hello, Phil. You're here. Thanks for letting me know.
Obviously, you never checked the call board. Did I tell you? Nick is very, very strict about that.
All kidding aside, I haven't been able to reach Tom. Does anyone know where he went today?
He's late.
Take it easy, Phil. There's no need to panic.
Fine, great, fantastic. We go up in 20 minutes and there's no need to panic.
Relax, Phil. Nick's right. Tom probably got held up in traffic. Did you call his new number?
Naturally, I called his new number. There was no answer. I called his new number and spoken to him. I would be here now asking the cat to
Listen, you pompous ass.
Listen, he had a wedding to go to, I think.
A wedding.
Yeah, his father was getting married again. That's why he gave me the preview.
What church, do you know?
Wasn't in the church. Going to be married in the backyard. Weather together.
Do you know where he lives?
No, I wasn't paying that much attention. I can't.
The word is remember.
Oh, look,
Phil,
Brad,
listen,
again.
it might help if he had his father's name. Tom never mentioned it.
His father's first name. God, I'm lousy with names, but it's right there in the tip of my tongue.
Well, think hard. Come on.
Okay, well, don't stand over me like that. I can do this my way. Tom and I had lunch at Luigi's on Tuesday. He had French fries and a cheeseburger with the words.
Phil, I don't care what he had for lunch. I just want the father's name.
I'm working up to it. And I had an egg salad sandwich on brown and a chocolate steak. We had just gotten our order, and Tom said he had a wedding to go to the afternoon of the opening.
What did you say?
I said, who's getting married?
And he said,
His old man. Only he didn't say
Phil,
his old
I
man.
know that.
He didn't
Just the name, Phil, the name.
Percy.
Percy? Oh my God, Tom, it's an inner kid.
Yeah.
See for yourself. This must be his. There must have been a mix-up.
What? Where's Energy?
Listen, until a second ago, we never knew who Percy was.
I'll get on it right away.
What time is it?
It's exactly 8:12.
8:12. Just about time for, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 15-minute call. I swear it so help me, if his voice comes over that box up, throttle him.
Anybody got a cigarette?
I thought you quit.
I did 7 years ago, but every once in a while I have the urge, and right now I need a cigarette.
No answer.
All right, come here. I need to speak to you two, and I don't want any hysterics. Is that understood? What is it? Okay, now Tom hasn't shown up, and there's a good possibility that he might not. So the question now is, what to do?
What choice do we have?
Well, we can't cancel, Nick. There's 18 members of the press out there. If we cancel, we might not get reviewed until the middle of next week, if then.
So?
And besides, Feldman's out there. Hey, we can't assume he's going to cool his heels until tomorrow night. Bernie's a busy man. And besides, Tom might have been in a serious accident.
What are you saying, George?
What I'm saying, Robert, is I need someone to go on for Tom. Now, there's only 3 people who can do it. You, me, or Nick.
Me, I can't do it. I'm running the show.
Exactly.
Then I guess it's up to you, George.
Me? You want me to stumble through your beautiful play with a script in my hand? Playing a college kid in polo pajamas?
George, I'm not an actor.
You used to be.
That was 8 years ago. And you know why I quit? Because I was terrified. I made Fieldmaster Rockets look confident.
I heard you were a wonderful actor.
Who told you that?
Phil.
Oh.
He said that you had the juvenile lead in his first TV show, 6 Mangoes to Morocco.
George, you can't expect me to just step in a role at a moment's notice. I'm not prepared. I don't even know the lines.
You wrote them, didn't you?
That doesn't mean that I know them.
Ad-lib the ones you don't remember.
Like hell I will. I worked over those lines like a blacksmith. It's a tightly written play. If I left out certain lines, the rest of the play would not make sense.
Robert, that's the strongest thing we have going for us, that play. The play is so strong that even Phil can't screw this up. Now, if you're worried about being nervous, don't be. Just go out there and be nervous. That's it. Be nervous. And before you know it, you'll be zipping right along.
No.
There's something else. I've never said this before. In some ways, you would have made a better choice for this role than Tom.
Get serious.
It's right. You know, Tom has to act this part. Robert, you lived it. You, Jimmy.
I'm not. I'm all those characters. I'm Frank, Eric, George, I'm even Elizabeth. Jimmy is just a facet of myself.
Well, the facet of yourself that is Jimmy can save this show if you'll just do it. Now, don't think of Jess and Phil and all they've got invested in tonight. And don't think of me either. Our friendship doesn't matter. Do it for yourself, Robert, because you're the one who's going to have to look at yourself if you chicken out now and let Feldman go home empty-handed.
You're a real bastard, George. You know that.
He'll do it. One word of advice, when you're out there, look each actor directly in the eye when you're speaking to them. That's very important.
If I look Phil in the eye, he's going to forget his lines for sure.
Right. You got to look all the actors in the eye except for Phil. With Phil, you got to look over his head or above his shoulder.
And one more thing. I'm not going to wear those stupid polo pajamas.
All right. You go up to the wardrobe and get Robert another pair of pajamas, Nick. Thanks. And meanwhile, we'll talk to the cast. Come on.
There, how do I look? Don't tell me. Ghastly, cheap and ghastly.
You look great, gorgeous. It's perfect.
Liar, I look horrid, and you know it. I look like a Barbie doll for octogenarian.
Just what we need is another damn clothes ghost. I wasn't quoting the Scottish play.
No, but you came damn close. Chin up, Robert. This is your big night. Ted, be dear and take that bottle. If you hold it any tighter, it'll pop the cork. I'll put it in the fridge.
Just a minute, Peg. I want to say something to the cast, and I want you to hear this. This is very important. Something's happened to Tom, and he's, well, there's a good chance he's not going to show up tonight. So, just in case,
Tom is late. You know, it's incredible because Stalin can track down Trotsky in Mexico. He put an axe in his head, and we can't locate one last actor.
Phil, I need the full cooperation of every member of this cast. Time is running out. It's very close to curtain. Either Robert gets ready to go on right now, or we cancel the show and you can kiss Broadway goodbye.
Oh, no, the kid can act. The kid can act. I've seen him do it.
And I
He can act.
discussed this with him. He's more than willing to go into the breach. Aren't you, Robert? Come on, Robert. Patrick, he's close to the right age. He knows all the lines. He knows all the
Oh, I
blocking.
know, and he'll stand out there tonight and correct our grammar. The show could run till morning.
And furthermore, I'm going to make a little announcement. I'm going to go up on stage tonight, explain to the audience that there's been an accident with the actor playing Jimmy, and tonight, the playwright is stepping in. They're going to love it.
Oh, you overestimate their goodwill.
Are you kidding? Remember what happened in Murphy's Diamond? The night the lights went out in the middle of the first act. Oh, you remember how they cheated? You remember how I walked Tom called me up on stage and I said, we're starting over. Remember what they did?
Distinctly, a mad rush to the
They
exit.
cheered is what they did. They felt they were sharing in the prizes. Oh, half of them come here anyway, hoping that set will fall on the actors' heads. And when it does, they adore it.
Comforting to know, George.
Well, I, for one, think it's quite courageous of Robert. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I think he deserves our full support.
Bravo, Robert.
Besides, you've been all through a lot worse than this, I'm sure. You're professionals. Now, this is going to be difficult, but I want you to rise to the occasion and turn this crisis into a triumph.
Here, here.
And let's not forget Bernie Feldman. He flew all the way up here to see a show, so let's give it to him. Let's give him the best damn performance he's ever seen.
3 cheers for Robert. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Thank God!
I know, I'm late.
I'll get dressed.
Don't work yourself into a state, all right?
First part, and this happens. I can't think straight. It's like a nightmare.
He thinks he's destroyed. My whole career just passed in front of my eyes. Imagine going on stage with Robert.
It's not too much to ask. Where the hell have you been?
Never you mind. The thing is, he's here and all's forgiven. Now take those pajamas back up to wardrobe and sign Tommy in. Wouldn't want you to remember your precious call board right in the middle of a sound cue.
My dad got married, George. He'd have been hurt I hadn't gone. Like I didn't want to go. It's 40 miles outside the city.
Interkip?
How'd you know?
I'll tell you later.
The cab had a flat on the way back. No, I never thought cabs got flats. I didn't think they were like other cars.
Shouldn't it only take a few minutes to fix the tire?
Sure, if you got a spare. Like this guy had no spare. So there we were, trying to whack down a highway on another cab. Never can get a cab when you want oil. Oh, geez, I forgot. Could somebody play the driver? I'm a little fixed for cash.
Play the driver.
Fixed for cash? I'll take care of it.
And tell Nick to get back here with the pajamas. Well, stand up. We might be needing you after all.
Jesus H. Christ!
No, I'm not on fun. I'm fun. Look,
What did you have to drink?
punch. Pineapple punch.
Ooh, and you put in it.
Need you act? Look at him!
George, he can't go on stage like that. He'll fall asleep on the sofa. Quick, go stick his head in the sink.
Well, wait till Mike Street hears about this. He thinks he's got
All
problems.
right, one leg at a time. Here we go. Acting.
You know what Percy thinks? He thinks I got drunk because I hate the bitch he married. But that isn't the reason. I just didn't know that the night was close.
And he's got to make it through a 4-page monologue?
Jesus,
Oh,
H.
that's my line, Cocky. Get your own. Here, drink this. More. More. Okay, George, he's all yours. Just don't drown him. Just remember, Thomas, if you wait to go to the can, don't walk off stage before intermission. I already had one actor pull that.
Then you don't crush your eyes in the middle of my speech. That's why I cried.
Never crushed my eyes.
So what would you call it?
Might have winced a little.
Whiz.
And no bloody wonder. There was enough garlic on your breath to fill the paint off a Pontiac. George, how's he doing? Is he sober and McKinley?
I'm warning you, Flanagan. Don't you ever do what you did last night. If you ever call me up again at 2 a.m.
I was sound asleep.
accusing me of walking off stage just to spite you and using that filthy gutter
You
language,
dreamt it.
I suppose my mother dreamt it too, and she has her own extensions. She heard the whole thing.
I wish I found that amusing.
How is it? Can we go on?
I'm gonna need time to sober him up, all right? To make an announcement. Tell the audience there's been a slight delay. Meanwhile, get Robert into those pajamas. Just in case.
We can't hold much past 8:45. Not at the latest.
Well, hold as long as it takes, all right? We're not canceling this show unless the cast wants to. Now, is that understood?
Perfectly.
If I could just get him to the point where he could say, the punch is tight.
I don't say that, do I?
Okay, listen, Tom, let's go for it. Better yet, let's go jogging, Tom. Get on your mark. Get set. Go, Tommy, come on, it's fun. He's up.
Whoa. Well, the latecomers are in for a treat. Wait till they see George and Tom jogging around the block.
What time is it?
5 minutes through.
This is what happens when you don't have understudies.
Understudies, they're too cheap to hire a proctor.
The intangibility of the stage. If you remember moments that add up to a lifetime,
glad you're respectable.
Here, George wants you to get things and be ready to go.
Screw off.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. George may treat you with kid gloves, but right now you're just another actor, so get dressed.
Like hell I will. I'm not gonna wear these stupid polka dotted pajamas.
Suit yourself, go on in your job stuff for all I care.
And I'm not gonna wear any makeup either.
Wear what you want, I just don't want you upsetting the actors, you get it?
Fascist!
Jess, it's not fair. Why should I go up there and slaughter my own play? That's what actors get paid for.
Don't you do it. I worry more if the show goes too smoothly. I've been in Broadway shows that barely made it to curtain.
Oh, I beg to differ. I was in his first play, and the only crisis we had was the one he wrote in the second act.
That's not what I heard.
Of course, his first work was called The Play. This one's being touted as a vehicle. A vehicle for Miss Jessica Logan. From art to mechanics in one fell swoop.
That's it, you son of a bitch! That was from Macbeth!
What? One fell swoop?
Hurry up, walk backwards out of this room, turn around 3 times and beg permission to come back
If
in.
I walk backwards out of this room, I won't be coming back in.
If you have no respect for yourself, at least have some for your fellow actors. Right now we need all the luck we can get.
Listen.
Or don't you want this show to go on?
Listen, how can we miss? We have a star in the cast. It's not like Murphy's Diamond, is it, Robert? We have a real star. A star who can lure Bernie Feldman up to the
It
boondocks.
also helps if the play is good.
You know, I meant to compliment you on your interview in the Globe. Isn't it noble for Miss Logan to work at a 200-seat theater? No dressing room of her own. No star on the door. Working for skill with no character back.
Get off her back, why don't you?
Wait, that's from the play, isn't it? Are you talking to me or just running lines?
Listen, I've had it up to here with you and your sick jokes. This is a real lady here, and that's more than I can say for you.
Listen, why don't you just save your masterpiece for the first act and the rest of us get into character?
Don't pull rank on me.
I am not pulling rank. I am simply telling you, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear about Bernie Feldman, or being a star, or anything else you care to dredge up to cover up your own fear.
My fear?
And as far as New York goes, Buster, I don't want you in the cast anyway. As soon as the show closes here, I will be quite happy to read your obituary.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Due to technical difficulties, the curtain will go up 2 minutes late. We're working on it, so please bear with us. Thank you.
Jess, I feel real weird. I'm dizzy. My ears are ringing.
Put your head between your knees. Phil, get your stomach full. All right, sit up, Robert. Breathe in.
Oh.
That's it. Again.
Oh, Jess. I'm gonna be sick.
Well, what's wrong with the washroom?
Get them first, for God's
Stop him, he's got a bottle.
Here, give me a leg. Break your arm.
Did you hear that? He tried to act definitely.
What do you think you're doing? Drinking before an opening. Where is Nick? I was not to work into that son of a bitch. Take the drink.
What time is it, Peggy?
8:40.
Nick, you there? Nick? Yeah, you can start anytime you're ready. And tell Robert we won't be needing him after all. Tom, he's fine.
Okay, guys, we'll be starting in exactly 5 minutes. So stand by to begin track 1. Have a good show.
Have a good show, Jess, all
Are
right?
you watching the show tonight?
No, be in the lobby.
Have your wife sit down front.
What for?
I want to know if she can see up my skirt. Have her sneeze once for yes.
All right. Patrick, what can I say, huh?
Well, simple thank you would suffice. You're a hell of a great actor would be even better.
How about both?
Great, great. Only next time think of it yourself.
Phil, baby. Oh, gentle Jesus, my eyes closing, George. Look, see? Okay, listen, we're gonna have to look at it at intermission, all right? I gotta be going. Well, how do I explain this to my mother? Listen, can you go on tonight? That's all I need to know. Oh, God, if that isn't pathetic. You have to ask Phil Master Rockets whether or not he can go on. And you know what's even more pathetic? I don't think I can.
What are you up to? Come on, cheer up. This is your baptism here tonight. Hold your head up. You're an actor. I don't hold it against you. And neither do the others. Do you know what happened to me on my first opening night? What? Nothing. It went like clockwork. I got a rave review. Here, take this. No, I can't take your watch. No, I want you to have it. Just stop. Think of it as a baptism present. The old man gave me that the day I went into show business. It made him so proud, the old bugger.
Thanks, Pat.
Besides, it could have been worse. We could have had to go on stage with Robert tonight. Perish the thought.
My dad didn't give me anything.
Good show, all right, Tom? Don't tell me if it's bad news. I don't want to know.
The babysitter just called. Your wife's in the hospital. She tripped on the way down the steps and broke her leg.
I thought you were going to tell me Feldman couldn't make it.
You never let me finish. He just called from the airport. His plane was late getting in. As soon as he could be here, he said, for 40 minutes.
40 minutes? We can't hold the curtain that long. I don't care who he is.
He's just as upset as you are.
Well, he can't judge his show on the third act.
Tomorrow's fine with him, he said. He sounded very nice.
No, the actors won't like that. There's always a big letdown the second night.
Should I tell them I don't mind doing your dirty work?
No, don't you dare. They'll have one tonight. Good show, everyone. What hospital is she in?
Peggy, I'll be here to play 2 minutes curtain.
2 minutes? Oh, God, what am I doing here? I could be at home, Nick. Not yet, Ned. Not quite.
Actors, places have been called.
I could have come shade a better wig than this.
Peggy, will you make sure that fan's turned off? I'm not shouting above the racket.
I think brushing them brings out the shine.
A pair of shoes that don't squeak. That too much to ask?
You know, I had to tell Nick to stick this. What do you think I'll do? Burn down the theater? I'm bloody well insulted.
Could have bought my own wig. Why didn't I? Peggy.
With these shoes, they'll hear us going on in the dark.
With this on my head, they'll probably see us. I don't know why she needs a flashlight. I give off enough light for all of
Oh,
us.
spoken like a true star.
Bet your ass.
Listen, would it throw you too much if I used matches instead?
He didn't even wait for an answer.
What are you doing, Phil?
Throw his confidence down the sink. That'll teach him a lesson.
Okay, here we go. Have a good show, everyone. Stand by. House to half. Light cues 1 through 4. Pre-show out and sound cue 1.
What?
I'm locked in all the trees and Gerald. I'm locked in. Get me out. Get out.
What's going on? Where's Phil?
He's in the vehicle. Out. Get out of here. Tom.
Nick, duck off like you want. Phil wants to wash his tongue up coat.
Get me out.
Up there, up coat.
Tom.
Phil, don't panic. We'll have you out in a jiffy.
I'm continuing to sleep. The ice not in the cards, Peggy, I know that. To have the greatest predisposed against you is one thing. To have confidence is quite another. He's in this door, sweetheart. I know that within an inch of my life. But God of the Old Testament, vengeance is mine, praise the Lord. The world is torn by chaos and strife. Nation against nation, race against race, religion against religion. I people created there, like they to celebrate the gods, to celebrate God. What?
Bill, will you shut up? I can't hear myself think!
I'm just talking to keep up my confidence. You're not the one who has to put the
85, Jessica's first line. I think it's weak.
I like it.
Wouldn't it be more effective to say nothing? That would make Phil work harder to reach her.
Okay, cut it, cut it.
No, not unless you agree.
I agree, for Christ's sake, but if it doesn't work, I'm putting it back in.
Page 73, Patrick's second speech. George's the line is, I went towards her and she began to cry. That sounds much better than what he's been saying.
What's he been saying?
I went to her and she began to cry.
To instead of towards?
The rhythm is better.
That might be tricky. He's gotten used to saying to, Robert.
You mean changing a preposition is going to blow his performance?
No, but it's not going to make that much difference either.
George let one character say one thing he would normally say, and I stopped believing in him.
I've got to consider the morale. I can't keep harping on minor points.
Minor points?
Yes, minor points.
Well, to you it may be minor. To me, it makes me cringe in my seat. And don't you think you need to tone down his performance? He was way too big last night. I'm surprised he didn't get panned by the critics.
Robert, I've got a lot on my mind, all right? Give me a break.
I'll never go to Luigi's again. That's the last time, George. He embarrassed me so much I went cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed?
Whenever I feel ridiculous, I cross my eyes and focus the world, you know?
What happened?
He wanted my autograph.
Well, you've had your first taste of success, Tom. Learn to live with it.
No, I don't mind autographs, George. See, I hate actors who treat their fans with contempt.
Well, I don't know the problem. What's wrong?
He had nothing for me to sign. Do you know what he gave me, George?
Oh, what did he give
Do
you?
you know what he gave me, George?
Oh, what did he give you?
A menu.
Like,
He took a menu from off the table and handed it to me to sign. He even told me what to say.
well, to him, that's a big deal. He's going to take it home and show the kids.
No, he won't. He put it back on the table. George, I know dozens of people that go in there for lunch every day.
Well, would it be right?
Hugs and kisses from the world's greatest actor, Tom Kent. I'll never live it down.
Tom, come here. Listen, forget Luigi, all right? Now, what am I about to tell you? I don't want you to mention this to Jess, all right? Not until I've had a chance to speak with her.
Bernie Feldman's had a heart attack.
Worse. He went back to New York. One of his shows is in trouble, and the way it looks, he's not going to make it back before we close.
Two-faced little
Who do you think he is? The President of the United States? Even the President can spare a night at the theater.
I know.
Oh, doesn't he realize how much this means to Jess? Doesn't he care how hurt she'll be?
I know.
Bernie Maple Leaf Feldman comes up here like he's doing us all a great big favor and then pulls out.
coitus interruptus.
Probably knocked up a showgirl somewhere new to run back and get her an abortion.
I know.
Jesus, George. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Yeah, well, there goes my film career.
He's a great actor, that kid.
I know, he's got the right combination of empathy and self-absorption.
Are the others here yet, Peggy?
It's only 25 after. They'll be trickling in soon. Robert, are you going to be long? I'll need you to move.
We're almost through, Peggy. Just say the word, all right? We are almost through.
And just one more thing. Okay, page 89. At the bottom of the page, it's Phil's line. In subtext, Phil can act it.
Great, I don't mind cutting it.
Now he's been screwing it up anyway. Last night his excuse was he had hair in the coffee.
I take back what I've been saying about the critics. We're finally getting a few discerning ones.
Congratulations, Patrick. That was a hell of a rave to start gave you.
So Susie tells me I've not read it myself. I just crawled out of bed. Hello, Robert. What are you up to? Don't tell me. Let me guess. You've rewritten the entire first act.
Have you really not read the reviews?
No, listen, sometimes I don't read until the run's over. I don't like to gloat. Irish coffee, anyone?
Too early for me.
Don't blame you, mate. It's bitter. I think maybe I put in too much coffee. Listen, speaking of last night, wasn't that a strange audience? A bit subdued? You know, I think the house was papered in academics looking for meaning. Either that or Nick's entire family was here.
Patrick, I thought the audience was marvelous, very attentive.
Oh, attentive is fine for a funeral. For the theater, I prefer wildly enthusiastic. And did you notice my only laugh line in the play? Some old lady coughed right on the punchline. I could have strangled her.
That was Phil's mother. She was chewing her worry beads.
I might have known. I noticed she didn't once cough during his lines. That's it, is it? You know, it's too bad Feldman wasn't here last night. He missed a damn good show. The cast was in top form.
Patrick, about Feldman, I
you just love this? Rose's author has green thumb. Oh, that's cute. You know, I don't know why, but I always expect to be knocked by this fellow.
Well, didn't you make a pass at his wife?
Maybe that's the reason. No, really, he always manages to give me a rave, but in each one he gets in these little digs. Remember Murphy's Diamond? Mr. Flanagan plays the baseball coach with the lustful twinkle in his eye and the smirk and the leer of a perverted Peter Pan.
No comment.
All right, settle. The modest actor will now read his glowing good fortune, brief though it may be. A new play opened last night at the small but prestigious Leicester Street Playhouse, entitled The Care and Treatment of Roses. It is a much-awaited second play by Robert Ross, the young author of Murphy's Diamond, the baseball play of 3 seasons past.
Baseball play? It wasn't a baseball play. It was a play about a father and a son.
It was set on a baseball diamond.
So, is Hamlet about Cassus?
The new work is old-fashioned in the true sense of the word, well-written and well-structured, observing at least 2 of the classical unities of place and action. The play spans 3 days in the lives of the characters, and the outcome is moving indeed. I can tell this is going to be boring and good. Elizabeth Thompson, Jessica Logan, newly widowed, has taken a lover, Patrick Flanagan, a violent and irascible bartender, a widower who is haunted by the specter of his dead wife. With this simple situation, the playwright seems a seamless fabric of passion and renewed hope that threatens to unravel when her son, a college student, decides to remain home during the winter break. The boy bitterly resents his mother's cohabitation with this man and is intent on destroying the relationship. He fails to understand her needs and the new lease on life that the vulgar opportunist symbolizes. Vulgar opportunist. Well, I suppose that's better than perverted Peter Pan. The play opens with Elizabeth and her lover Frank awaiting the arrival of her brother, Eric, Phil Masterakis, the parish priest who's been summoned to persuade the son to remain in school. If there's a flaw in this play, it is simply that it begins too quickly. We leap at once into the opening conflict.
What does he want? Ibsen, 2 maids telling each other things they already know?
A more gradual build-up that appears to me would have worked much better.
The nitpicking just proves he's doing his job. He just can't come out and say it's perfect.
Right. Enter the son Tom Kent, the cadet, who sets off a powder keg of conflicts. From the moment Mr. Kent staggers on stage, hungover from the previous night, the stage is set for a classic battle of wills, refereed by a priest, a battle that rages almost unrelentingly until the final curtain. Now, here comes the good bit. The cast, for the most part, is superb. Patrick Flanagan is Frank, and the most impressive performance of his career, gives a tone and texture to his work that is truly breathtaking. There is not a false note in it. His final reconciliation with Elizabeth in the final moments of the scene is genuinely the most moving moment of the night. I thought it was better than the last preview, didn't you? Tom Kent, in a pivotal role of the son Jimmy, manages to strike the right balance between awkward youth and groping aspirations. A fine debut for a young actor in his first professional role. You know, I'm glad Tom got that. That should please him. But by far the most memorable performance of the night goes to Philip Masterakis as the priest, brother of the much put upon Elizabeth. The most memorable performance of the night. We carried in the whole night, the 3 of us. Here, you read it. I'm not reading that anymore.
But by far,
Once
the
you
most
repeat
memorable-
that, that's only one man's opinion, remember?
In a brilliant stroke, the playwright has paralleled and contrasted the groping of the son against the loss of faith of this, the most human of all fruits.
He was so out of it before we went on, we had to remind him to check his fly.
Mr. Masterakis, innocent in an almost painfully childlike manner, fumbling for words that seem constantly to elude dimension of humanity that endears him instantly to the audience.
Are you sure his mother didn't write that?
The only disappointment in the cast is Jessica Logan as this doleful Elizabeth.
Kid.
No, he hated her.
Well, I thought she was great. No, I mean it. I wouldn't say that to her face, mind you. And you like Master Office? Well, that just goes to show you what I've been saying all along about critics. What's he mean by doleful, Elizabeth?
Melancholy.
Now, that'll piss her off. All this time she thought she was archetypal. What else did he say?
Perhaps Miss Logan has been absent from the theater too long. Perhaps she misjudged the intimacy of the small theater. Whatever the reason, her performance is by far too large for such an intimate space, almost wildly extravagant. She starts off at such a high emotional pitch. She has nowhere to go but into the upper ranges of hysteria.
That's dreadful. She'll be devastated.
Don't stop there, George. Read the rest.
For this, the director, George Ellsworth, must be in part faulted. Otherwise, his directing of the show is superb. Mr. Ellsworth has demonstrated
Don't tell me.
capacity.
A fine and delicate touch.
A fine and delicate touch, and an intrusiveness that is the hallmark of a first-rate director. Perhaps Miss Logan's personality was simply too strong to control. That aside, the care and treatment of roses, quite simply, is the best new play to arrive all season. And if it does not become the hottest ticket in town, this reviewer, for one, will eat his hat.
Eat camel dung.
Typical. He didn't mention the sad costume or lighting.
If you want to read the others, you're in my office.
Oh, and what do they say?
Basically the same thing.
Well, the answer is no, and to think I crawled out of bed for that.
George, I'm almost through. I need the table now.
Got it, all right. Give it a rest, will you? Peg needs the table. your equity rule book. The same thing I think of your friggin' call board.
I suppose you think I'm being a bitch just because I demand to be treated like a human being.
No, of course not. I don't think you're a bitch. I don't think that at all.
Well, I am a bitch, and you know why? I have to be one to be treated like a human being, so there.
Well, I see your point.
What point?
About being a
But
bitch.
you think I'm a bitch, do you?
No,
I do you think.
I meant demanding.
Oh, really? You think so?
I think you're demanding.
Why? Because I demand to be treated fairly?
No, I think I'm
What
lost.
was I saying?
Don't you know?
Did you change the subject?
Who was it?
I don't remember.
Excuse me, I have to go call my agent. I'm the only one who ever does it. Cheers me much.
George, I have the mark of Cain on me, and this racket that's worse than leprosy and twice as contagious. Aren't you worried you'll catch it?
Yes, you're not a failure. You're far from it. You know, you bring more humanity to this role than any actress I know. You're just finding your level, that's all.
What's the circulation of the Toronto Star? You have any idea?
500,000.
That many? Oh, God! 500,000 people who don't know my work now think Jessica Logan to be wildly extravagant.
Jessica, you're the one who wanted this rehearsal, didn't you? Didn't you say last night you thought you were too big?
It's one thing for me to say it. It's quite another to wake up in the morning and see it in print.
I think you're overreacting.
Oh, yes, you can afford to be generous. They all love you.
Well, why do you care about one or two critics? The audience, they adored you. They gave you a standing ovation.
Be serious. That audience was filled with relatives and well-wishers. I hadn't read the paper yet to find out what they were supposed to think.
Well, that's a bit cynical.
I'm feeling cynical. My own brother came to see the show last night and raved about me. This morning I showed him a star review. You know what he said? I didn't think you were that bad. Oh, George, I wasn't that bad, was I?
You've never been bad in your life.
You're the only one to think about it. To be drawn and quartered so brutally. She has nowhere to go except into the upper ranges of hysteria. Anyone who know better would think it was opera.
Jess, I'm telling you, they loved it. Our phone, they haven't stopped ringing. Our answering service is threatening to raise our rates.
I'm not surprised. Opera's very popular.
And this could be a biggest hit yet.
Do you know what I find so contemptible? The arrogance. The incredible pomposity. I thought only the Pope was infallible. At least with the Pope it's divine right.
Oh, forget it, will you? You're too good to take that garbage seriously.
I don't take it seriously, George, and I don't give a damn what he thinks. It still hurts. We spend weeks, months on a play to be carved up by someone on a free pass who rushes home to scribble out 600 or 700 words in 60 minutes that affects our livelihoods and reputations. I don't know about you, but I can't even write a letter in that amount of time. And oh, his writing style, let's not forget about that. Writes like he needs a good enema. His sentences are so tight after we ever left out a period he'd run on with classified ads.
All right, that's all the more reason not to take him so seriously. Who in his right mind would want to be praised by this man anyway?
Bill Masterakis.
I thought you were phoning your agent.
The phone's in the office with Bill.
Don't you disparage Phil. At least he has respect for his fellow actors. He's never deliberately tried to make someone look bad.
Oh, I agree. By comparison, it makes us all look better.
Is that why you got raised?
Which makes me wonder when you didn't. You know, maybe in New York you should play the Mets.
I quit. I quit! I quit after this second! You have to have my resignation effective this very moment!
Clears the theater. Everyone out in the lobby, I need to speak to Jess alone.
Save your breath! I refuse to work with someone whose tongue is sharper than his wit. Out of my way, Flanagan. Danger to me.
Robert, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in my office.
So George, it's your wife. She just called from the hospital.
Well, what does she want?
A visit.
Can't you see what happened? I'll see her tomorrow.
Well, that's it for me. I'm writing novels.
What exactly are you trying to say, Robert? Go ahead. Get it off your chest. I never did learn Morse code. So I'm the villain in this piece, is that it? Well, don't forget, I made you what you are, you little bugger.
should ask.
I've been meaning to ask you about the care and treatment of roses. What exactly is the difference between care and treatment? She was just looking for a way out. You know that, don't you?
Then why'd you give her one? Jesus, you know how vulnerable she is right now.
Well, what'd you stop for? You have more to say when I leave out a comma. Go ahead, give me hell if you want. I know you hate my guts. And what do you get off blaming me for? I'm the one who should be angry here. I'm the one she used.
You?
She baited me. You heard her. All I did was react, like any normal actor would. Goddamn prima donna. I can act circles around her or anyone else in this country.
Is that why you stayed here?
What exactly does that mean? No, on second thought, keep your mouth shut because I don't like what comes out. And if you think you're such hot stuff, well, maybe New York's just what you need.
Maybe it is.
How would you like to find out you're not as good as you think you are? Can you take that? Having nose rubbed in your own self-doubts?
I'm not afraid of it, if that's what you mean. Look, I want that experience. I want to be put up against the best. Otherwise, how do I grow, Flanagan? How do I develop?
No, I take it all I care to take from that imbecile. I won't demean myself any further. So it's fine.
Jess, hold on. Now, I know you're upset, but let's not... Listen, can't we sit down and discuss this like adults?
We're not adults. We're actors. If you haven't learned that, you have no business in the theater. Now, out of my way.
Jess, without you in the cast, the show's going to fall apart. I can't find a replacement for you.
Nonsense. I know plenty of actors who could do this part and better.
Name one.
Offhand, I can't. That's beside the point.
Jess, this part was made for you. Robert practically wrote this with you in mind. Didn't you, Robert?
I can't work with that man. He is the worst excuse for a human being I have ever run across.
I'll let that one by.
He's had my stomach in knots since day one. I can forgive his ill manners, his ill temper. I can forgive his vicious sense of humor. I can even forgive his alcoholic phone calls and his caravan of pizza trucks.
How am I doing,
What I
Robert?
can't forgive is unprofessionalism. What he did last night on this stage was nothing short of
Now,
atrocious.
what was that, may I ask? Unless you're referring to my damn fine performance, which I stand justly accused.
And you attacked Robert for being ironic. My God, if that's not ironic.
How was I unprofessional?
You know damn well what I'm talking about. From the second you strutted down those stairs, you pulled out all the stops. You snorted and bellowed like a whooping nose.
I did like hell. Did I? I mean, I know I was rushing, but...
Rushing? You were charging. The rest of us would barely keep up.
Look, it was opening night. We were all nervous. Besides, it's all your fault. You're the one that invited Feldman up here.
He wasn't the
Yeah,
artist.
I know that. Every time I looked out there, I thought I saw him glowering. So maybe I was bigger than usual a touch.
Bigger?
Must you repeat every word I say?
The word is shrill. Shrill. Shrill as in frightened silly. Shrill as in Irish soprano. And in half of those scenes, I'm supposed to top you.
Well, if we were both shrill, then how come you were the only one to get panned?
Because I'm the star. Oh, I'm the star of this goddamn show, and don't you ever forget it!
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I fell asleep. You want me to get the apron?
No, Tom, I won't be needing you. We haven't started yet.
Oh, I thought that...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell the kid why there won't be a show tonight. Don't use me as your scapegoat.
There's no show?
Your mother just quit.
Sorry, Tommy.
The papers will say for reasons of health. But we all know the real reason, don't we?
That's enough.
Then why did she quit last night? Why didn't she wait for the reviews to come out? And why is she quitting the same day that Feldman is showing up? Answer me that.
Stop badgering me. What do you think this is? Parent away?
Forget Feldman, the both of you. He's not coming tonight. He's gone back to New York.
What?
I don't believe it.
It's true. Ask Robert. Some crisis came up and he's gone.
He has no class either. He left a message with the answering
Was
service.
this before or after the reviews?
Stop believing the critics,
Well,
will
I
you?
don't believe there was a crisis. He just didn't have the guts to face me, the coward. I'm supposed to be the draw in New York, and I'm the only one that got panned.
Jessica, this show is a hit. He'd be crazy not to take it.
Oh, he'll want the show. He just won't want me.
Then we'll get another producer. This show